They always have a lot of attitude. They always want to go out there and be a Mike Tyson and bite the heads off children or something like that. You know, it's just they just have to have that guts. Guys like Usain Bolt, all of them come up with the attitude of wanting to go out and be the fastest runner. Were you one of them like that in the past, with that fire in the belly?
Yeah, of course. Basically, I don't care who you are, who's beside me. As far as I'm concerned, just want to win. And that attitude is more like inbuilt to all sprinters. You must have this attitude to win.
And you see that in our sprint team right now?
I think it's very common. It's very common to see all sprinters behaving like that, because you must have the temperament. You don't have the temperament to become sprinters, there's no way you can compete up there to be among the fastest. So it's always the sprinters are always with big ego and big temperament. So it's very common, if you ask me.
Well, Gary, I want to jump in right here. Gary, he picked you on his gut feel, right? And before the SEA Games, and what was going through your mind before you ran? Were you guys confident? Did you think you guys were going to get a silver breaking the 40-second barrier?
The aim was to actually break the 40-second barrier, so we really worked very hard throughout the whole year. So what was going through my mind before the race, I was really, I want to go all out, hopefully start as the fastest, and pass it on to my second run.
And so you felt it and knew that this was going to be it. This run, you were going to do it.
Yeah. I actually felt it, though before that there was like bout of diarrhea during the SEA Games, but I actually made it. Yeah. Well, I can tell you, Gary, you was not going to go and bite heads of children for now. At least he's not brought that competitive edge to our show here today. But I'm sure he is actually a fighter inside, or else he wouldn't be chosen. Now, Hamkah, we are still some months away from the Commonwealth Games as well as the Asian Games. Who are the sprinters you have in mind to be that quartet now that we've qualified for both those relays? And is there any chance for an outside sprinter to actually break into this quartet?
Okay, to tell you the truth, actually, I did it. I did it. Last year's squad we had 8, right, in my squad, and I brought 6 for SEA Games. And for this year, just the last 1 week, we have 9.
One more is coming up.
I really incorporate one more sprinters into my squad, and that guy is Kelvin Kang.
And he's the one who actually went to the Olympics in 08, and he's disappeared from the scene. Is it due to injury, or has he gone into a national service?
He was. Kelvin was doing very well. Kelvin was running 10:52. In fact, the fastest in the country was running 10:52, but he was disrupted because of his national service. And now that he's back in training, and he was very much keen to get back into the squad.
And our national record is currently
10:37.
10:37. Well, I can tell you, Shamsa, in the Commonwealth Games, or is it the Asian Games in New Delhi, the first time it was held there, Rob One-Pit from Malaysia actually won the century sprint with a time of 10.68.
Well, I could do that.
Now you can't get anything. You can't get anything running 10.68 these days, So that was a surprise gold medal there from Malaysia. Am I right, Hamkah?
Yeah, that was the talking point of. No, in fact, see, if I can remember, that semi-final, everybody was in fact running 10.3 and 10.4.
Yeah.
But on that final, on that final day, that very moment, 10.6 is the fastest.
10.68.
So you see, anything can happen in 100 meters. You never know.
Well, Valeri, we're not going to get a lousy jump, are we, winning a medal at a major competition?
Example, last SEA Games. All SEA Games history, the bronze medal in long jump was somewhere around 7.48, 7.46. And this SEA Games, Matthew's jump of 7.62 came in 6. 6 guys were in 21 cm.
And they were all in the zone, and they all put in a huge performance.
Yes, it was very, 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 very competitive.
I want to be a bit naughty here, because our friend Hamkah here has a score of 9 now, And traditionally 100 meter sprinters make very good jumpers because of their excellent speed, in the run-up. Is there any potential in our sprinters here becoming a long jumper?
Okay, let me disagree with you about traditionally sprinters. I think it's more exceptionally. Sprinters are making good jumpers. It's like Carl Lewis. Yeah.
Well, Marion Jones had a
Marion
shot,
Jones was not good jumper.
but she was not a very good jumper. Yeah.
It's maybe vice versa. Good jumpers are good sprinters.
Why is that?
If you want to jump further, you have to sprint faster.
Right.
For example, Larry Mills, who was jumping 878, he was running 200 meters 20.20. And Edwards, who is current record holder for triple jump, he participated, if I'm not wrong, in some indoor championships, 60 meters with a time of 6:61.
Wow.
6:61 Hamkah.
So how from this pool of youngsters that you're looking through right now, with the YOD coming up, who are the athletes that you're developing right now to represent Singapore at the let's start with the Youth Olympics.
For YOG, selection is not over yet. It just started today. Today is the first all-comers meet. So selection will be done by national juniors, which will be held in March, 13-14 March.
Right.
Asian Junior Championships. And we will have 5 boys and 5 girls for all events. We don't know yet who will represent the country, but there will be 5 girls, 5 boys.
So there is a potential that we will not be represented in the jumps event.
Yes, it is, because not all events will be represented.
But is there a potential jumper among our kids that we can actually probably see in action at the Youth Olympics?
There are a few, yeah, like Shafiq Paul, maybe Sherin, or...
And Shafiq was at the Asian Youth Games.
Yeah, Sherin was at the Asian Youth Games as well, and Shashikuma Hazri as well might qualify.
Right. Now we of course in this show want to look forward to not just the development of the youth, but it seems like in Singapore, as soon as you finish school, there's actually a period between school and adulthood where it seems like the development is lost. Now, are there plans in hand to make sure that we don't lose this talent along the way? Yeah, any of these coaches, Hamkah or maybe Hosni yourself.
Okay, we've been trying to identify these problems at the moment, and we are now in talkings with all the coaches. Let's say they couldn't cope with this athlete that giving the schools, and they can sort of like call us, and we can sort of like arrange for other local coaches to take over. If not, any one of us will be able to take it over.
Has that been a problem for Singapore athletics, that we're losing athletes along the way? It has, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. The problem is it lies with the athlete itself, because some athlete has been training with this coach and he's been comfortable with this coach. And for him to move away, it's just like a child being fostered away. It's not very easy for this athlete.
What can the association do then to smooth over things like
That
these?
is why we are trying to sort of like get them comfortable with the coaches. We have a list of coaches for them to select, which is comfortable for them, because some of them have friends over to the other coaches and they would like to train with their friends there. And this is the thing that we are smoothing things out.
No,
one more thing from my point of view, we are losing, especially boys, we are losing men athletes at the age of 18 or after 18 because of NS. Now, because I have a hard take now, because 4 of my boys going to army this year. Stefan is in NS already, so I haven't seen him for 2 weeks. I've seen him this morning. Right. Matthew is going to NS in July, after World Junior Championships. Kelvin Chen, who was record holder before Matthew broke his record, he's going to army as well somewhere in April. I don't know future. I don't know the future.
Well, their future will have to be determined after 2 years. Is it 9 months of basic military training?
No, it's 3 months of basic military training.
3 months of
depends
PMT.
on where you go, where you get posted to. But let me ask you guys this then, Hamkah. What happened when you were doing your national service? Did you get to run at all?
Okay, I think I'm quite, if I can say, myself and Hosni were quite fortunate in the 90s because at the time we completed our basic military training,